All those in favor of Ms. Ledger Fernandez' amendment, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say no. No. In the opinion of the chair, the noes have it.
You want a roll call? Roll call.
Ms. Ledger Fernandez requests a roll call. The clerk will call the roll.
Mrs. Fishbach? No. Mrs. Fishbach, no. Mr. Norman?
Mr. Norman? No.
Mr. Norman, no. Mr. Roy? Mrs. Houchin? No. Mrs. Houchin, no. Mr. Langworthy? No. Mr. Langworthy, no. Mr. Scott? No. Mr. Scott, no. Mr. Griffith? No. Mr. Griffith, no. Mr. Jack?
No.
Mr. Jack, no. Mr. McGovern?
Aye.
Mr. McGovern, aye. Ms. Scanlon?
Aye.
Ms. Scanlon, aye. Mr. Neguse? Aye. Mr. Neguse, aye. Ms. Ledger Fernandez? Ms. Ledger Fernandez, aye. Madam Chair?
No.
Madam Chair, no.
The clerk will report the tally.
4 yeas, 8 nays.
The amendment is not agreed to. Mr. McGovern, you recognize.
Madam Chair, I just have another amendment to the rule. I move the committee make an order amendment number 2 offered by Representative Gillen, which strikes the limitation on the state and local tax deduction. But before we vote on this last amendment, I just want to recap some of what just happened here tonight. So Republicans on this committee voted against raising taxes on billionaires, voted against following a House rule that requires a 3/5 vote to raise income taxes.
This is
just in case
House
this
Rules Committee
great,
meeting on Trump's
beautiful
tax bill
there's
going on
raises
right now.
Taxes on regular working people, which I think we all believe it does, but they're insulating themselves by voting by basically waiving the 3/5.
His name is Mr. McGovern.
And
Yes.
Republicans voted against protecting Medicaid.
He was
benefits.
destined to
They
do
voted
this.
against protecting SNAP benefits for children, so I guess more children will have to go hungry. And they voted against an amendment to restore NIH funding.
Stroman,
critical
is this
cancer
an HOA
research
meeting
and
or
other
nursing
important
home
medical
parliament?
research. And I think this is all shameful.
I mean, it's
These
Congress,
votes-
so
these votes
essentially
basically
nursing home parliament.
Show us where your priorities and your values are. And as I said at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Hello,
when
Fractal,
you
Hung
vote
and
for
Rebel,
this,
Jake
you own
Davis,
it.
of course, Lynn, Matt, Krav
with that,
MAGA,
Madam Chair, I
RM,
urge a yes
Chanka,
vote on my
and Sir
amendment,
Dudley.
and,
Welcome, early hungers.
Urge you to call the question.
And Stroman, of course.
Okay. You've heard the motion by Mr. McGovern. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no.
No.
In the opinion of the chair, the noes
And
have it.
ask for a roll call.
Mr. McGovern requests a roll call vote. The clerk will call the roll.
Mrs. Fishbach? No. Mrs. Fishbach, no. Mr. Norman?
This is Fish.
Mr. Norman, no. Mr. Roy? Mrs. Houchin? No. Mrs. Houchin, no. Mr. Langworthy? No. Mr. Langworthy, no. Mr. Scott? No. Mr. Scott, no. Mr. Griffith? No. Mr. Griffith, no. Mr. Jack?
No.
Mr. Jack, no. Mr. McGovern?
Aye.
I like
McGovern,
that.
aye.
Fractal.
Ms.
I
Scanlon?
see zone, I
Scanlon,
click.
aye. Mr. Neguse?
It's a true
Mr.
hunger right
Neguse,
there.
aye. Ms. Ledger Fernandez? Ms. Ledger Fernandez, aye. Madam Chair?
No.
Madam Chair, no.
Clerk will report the total.
4 yeas, 8 nays.
The amendment is not agreed to. Hearing no further discussion, the question is on the motion from the gentlewoman from Indiana. All those in favor signify by saying
Oh,
aye.
this is boring as fuck.
Aye.
Those opposed say no.
No.
What's
In
this
the
going on?
opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. The motion is agreed to.
Ask for a roll call.
Man, woman dead in
Government
shooting
request
reported
roll
near
call. The clerk
FBI
will call
Washington
the roll.
field office. Whoa, now that's a happening. Man, woman dead in shooting reported near FBI Washington field office in northwestern D.C. Hung and Rebel says, "Where's Blaine been? Why isn't he co-hosting? We're gonna co-host at some point this month. I actually was gonna hit him up to do it tonight, but then I realized I wasn't gonna be able to start till very late tonight. Which honestly, since he's on West Coast, that might have worked out for him. I don't know. Don't worry. We'll do a Blaine co-host. I'm also trying to get Kara on a stream at some point before the month is over. We gotta do some old school shit. Deviant Wind, you almost gave up hope? You thought I was going to mess up stream every day in May? Lunchbox, Kara isn't real, don't lie. You've caught me. Kara was actually completely made up. She was just an AI this whole time. Jay, did Dan and Patel duel? I hope so. Fractal Ninja, was it the feds who shot them? Yeah, I don't know. Man and woman dead in shooting reported near FBI Washington field office. I don't know. Kara-I. K-A-R-A-I. Yeah. See? I told you. It was in the name all along. See if I can find any information on this. Hong Hong Hong, Kimba. How did I trick you? We see Jada. Hi. Happy Wednesday.
I know the ones on the left look like bicycles. I was literally about to move over here to see. This is all contained angle to the.
Then you should definitely have some ice cream. Kimba, you thought we weren't honging tonight? Don't be crazy. I'm definitely finishing out May. I've gotten this far. Why would I screw it up now? Lynn, you should have some sherbet. Or a mint chocolate chip. That sounds good too.
Corner there. Yeah. Like I see one like armored cop. There's a guy in a hoodie that's over there, but it looks like all these are bystanders that are probably these arrested right now, I imagine.
Oh, they arrested 2 more people? Oh, 2 more accomplices in the jailbreak. I did not see that. Were they more insiders or outsiders? I guess I'll just look it up. I've been really busy all day, so I didn't catch much news today. Breaking. 2 people have been arrested for helping escaped inmates. 32-year-old Courtney Harris of New Orleans and 38-year-old Corvante Baptiste. Sure, lunchbox. No, I didn't bet on it because I'm not, you can't bet on Polymarket from the US. I didn't look around to see if there's anywhere else that had it, but I doubt anywhere else has it. Jay, they broke out for these 2? Low Q and the Hong is hanging on. I don't know. Well, Lunchbox, yeah, I'm sure I could access it with a VPN, but then the problem comes when I'm trying to get a payout. Then they'll see. They want all sorts of verification. I would need an overseas bank account. Dude, Lunch, it's not like you're ever gonna win. True. True. Or even if I do win, we'll just gamble it on something else stupid and lose it. Wait, I was gonna look up for information on this. Shooting near FBI field office. Double shooting with 2 probable fatalities, 3rd Street and F Street Northwest. What, they just name their streets after letters? 3rd and F? A man and a woman are both shot, both reportedly in cardiac arrest. FBI police are assisting because it's near the FBI field office. A gun has been found at the scene. Then yeah, DC does have shootings all the time. The news is just insinuating that this has something to do with the FBI just because it's near the FBI field office. But it's looking like it was just a random shooting that happened to be near the FBI field office. Let's see what they say here.
2 people shot in Northwest D.C. This is right near the FBI Washington field office.
And Fox 5's Josh Rosenthal is there live on the scene right now. Josh, what can you tell us?
Well, guys, I'm standing at the intersection of 3rd and G Northwest. Come on up. Take a
thought it
look
was 3rd
past
and
this
F.
police
3rd
line.
and G now?
We're told by police that this shooting, a double shooting, happened at 3rd and F. So just 1 block up, right where you're looking now. We are told that a man and woman were shot. Just minutes ago, a police officer came over and said that both of those people were killed. They were shot and killed. As far as what led to the shooting, what transpired,
rabid Trump supporter.
at this
FBI,
hour, we still
connect
don't
the
know.
dots,
Details
guys.
are very hard to come by. As you said earlier, Jim, I can tell you we are very close to some very major landmarks just down that block, right by where the shooting happened. It's the FBI Washington.
Isn't pretty much everywhere in DC near a major landmark? Like, they're kind of all over DC.
Field office. Come
Yeah,
on
this is looking
over
like
here with
nothing
me.
further.
Jesse Burkett Hall doing a good job. We'll try to give you a different vantage point. The FBI Washington field office is right down this block here. It's different from the FBI headquarters. This is the Washington field office. Also, just a couple blocks over in that direction is MPD headquarters. DC Police. We are told that there will be a briefing at some point tonight inside of MPD headquarters. When exactly that takes place, we don't know. Again, though, 2 people shot and killed here tonight. A man and a woman. You can see it's an active scene.
Wait, now that I've got you.
Police cruiser leaving right now with lights on. As far as what exactly transpired and whether anyone's in custody, to our knowledge, not at this time. But those are the details that we're still working to figure out tonight. For now, guys, I'm going to send it back to you.
Blaine, are you free for a co-hosting tomorrow night? Co-host The Hong. Blaine, who knows when that'll be? Fair point. Kohong.
The Mayor Bowser will be with Deputy Chief Smith at the press conference. We'll flood that the address at FPD headquarters. That's going to be the next 20-30 minutes.
The Hongers have been clamoring for it. It's what the Hong wants. It's what the Hong needs.
See right there. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go pull the video.
I guess more importantly, is your suit pressed and ready to go? Have you all played the Riot game? Which Riot game? Should Blaine and I play the Riot game tomorrow night? What up, Watchmen? Kimba, Blaine. Jay, we have? I mean, yes, of course we have. Of course. Alright. I'm about to move on from this. They did say there'd be a press briefing later, but... Let's see if Fox DC has any more information.
Yeah. We're probably gonna have to be here for the entire.
Searching for a white man with a goatee. Good thing I grew out my goatee recently. Last seen wearing a blue jacket and blue jeans. He was seen on F Street. Jay, is that Denzel or Danny Glover playing the detective? Aren't those the same person? I loved Danny Glover in Man on Fire. Fractal, is he a Redditor? My favorite Denzel movie is Angels in the Outfield. Old school, is that the jail van for illegals? I wish. Denzel was really at his best in Independence Day. Such a good movie. He did so good.
I know you're good. You're not worried about it, but.
First District.
Hey, I was just literally, 10:04 was. Alright, thanks. Bye. That's what you're calling. I want to save your clips as well in my folder. I'm gonna save your clips in my folder as well. I know it's on there, people.
I've been recording most of it.
I know, but still. Yes, I can. I can. Mic check. I can hear you.
They want to say
Are we gonna get some information here? What's going on?
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I'll make it so just super quick, right? Oh! I thought you were okay. I thought you were telling me to do the live T. Sorry.
Get it together, man.
Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Scott's gonna be reading over your scene. Live T's coming up soonish. I think in like 5 minutes.
Hong Hong and Bell.
Hey Abby,
Yeah,
What's
do
the
it
plan? I
live.
know we're going to be live at the top, and obviously we're waiting on press conference. But we have multiple hits, we have multiple bump shots. What's the plan?
Bump shots. Is that like bump stocks? It's the guy's first day.
All right, just let me know. Let me know when we're. Yeah, give me standby for the bump shots, but let me know. Hey, live hit, do quick 30 seconds, whatever. Yeah, and my live hit off the top is going to be pretty quick because I just don't have much more
Are we
information.
doing
on
bumps or
what's in the
bumps,
anchor intro,
bump
quite
stocks?
frankly.
Bump shots? Doing bumps and shots? Dang. I didn't know what being a journalist in DC was like. I guess I did know that. Look, you bump shots were banned after Vegas. Yeah. If Vegas ever banned bumps and shots, Vegas would be shut down. Okay. This is from 2020, but I'd never seen it before. CNN put out a story about this woman having struggles. Sometimes we eat, sometimes we don't. Some families are struggling to eat. And this was the family they decided to highlight having trouble eating, finding food. Oh. So, something tells me she's not struggling that hard. Did she eat the other families that were struggling to eat? Lunchbox. The grocery stores can't stay stocked fast enough for her. Yeah, I remember when it was starving Africans? Yes. Happy Wednesday, Grammy. Hung, hung, hung. Yeah, maybe other families are struggling to eat that live around her. Oh, CNN. You're so funny. Tuna X64 American processed food. Yeah. Yeah. Can't really argue with it. Body cam. 2 Arizona moms arrested for allegedly going to a bar and leaving 4 kids in a parking lot alone.
Took them to the car, and there's 2 other children in the car, one is an infant. They flagged me down, they thought she was maybe my kid, because I was walking to my car.
Yeah, one's sleeping on the right and the other one's...
Oh, there is 2 of them in there.
Seriously. Hey, reference this call. We've got 4 kids, 2 maybe 4 and 3, and then 2 in car seats. No adults around.
Why'd they add
Your
this
kids
sad
have
music?
been here for hours.
Hours?
Hours. Where have you been?
I went in and goes to the bathroom.
Really? Because we got a call about 45 minutes ago from people walking around saying they saw your daughter running around in the parking lot, no parents around. Your car's unlocked, you got 2 other kids in there. And where's the mom for the other little boy?
Where have you been?
I was in the bathroom, and then I went to come a cookie.
Where did you go?
We went inside to go to the bathroom.
Inside.
Then you went to come do what? Get a quickie?
In the parking lot, no parents around. Your car's unlocked, you got 2 other kids in there. And where's the mom for the other little boy?
Where have you been?
I was in the bathroom, and then I went to crumble cookie.
Where did you go?
We went inside to go to the bathroom.
Inside where?
The first one was the assault bathroom.
Boy, they sure got their story straight. Tell them we were in the bathroom. The salt bathroom?
You went to Salt. You went to a bar.
Yeah, to go use the restroom.
What else did you do?
That was it.
You went into Salt to go use the bathroom, and you were gone for 10 minutes?
So I assume so.
So when I go talk to the Salt bouncers and I say, hey, handed you her license so that she could get into the bar.
They were doing bumps and shots.
How long was she in there for and did she make any purchases? What are they going to tell me?
I mean, we did get a drink, but...
So you went to go to the bathroom and you got a drink. Meanwhile, you left your kids out here in the car unattended.
What time did you guys get here?
Like 15 minutes ago?
That's a lie.
That's the
We've
time
been
that we got
standing
here.
with these kids for over 45 minutes by themselves.
I really thought it was only 10 minutes. Like, I thought we were going in and out.
I've been here for an hour.
I'm sorry. I didn't have my phone on me. There's something like this way through. Like, seriously, they're the only things I thought. I know this is super, super bad. I promise. Can I please just walk over to my baby? My heart's about to explode.
Nope. Stay right here.
Heart's about to explode
Have you
from
had
doing all
anything to
those
drink tonight?
bumps.
Yes.
Where were you drinking? Between Crumble and the bathroom and Surprise. So now let's change the story. When did you go to Salt? Well, when I was looking through the car to find like any ID in the glove box, popped it open, there's a bag of weed in the glove box.
Yeah.
So those kids have been in the car for how long with weed? Just they could have easily accessed that as well. Phone calls, done.
For what reason?
You're about to be put in close.
Okay. Go pick up case from the hospital.
At this point, you and the other mom are both under arrest.
Understand your rights? Perfect.
All right.
Confirming that. We've also learned Attorney General Pam Bondi and U.S. Attorney for D.C. Janine Pirro went to the scene earlier this evening. We also saw the spokesperson for Mayor Muriel Bowser. She said that the mayor and MPD chief Pamela Smith will be at a press conference tonight, although they said it would be 10 to 20 minutes. That could be very, very fluid. We're also just learning from the Israeli UN ambassador. We're getting a statement I'm just going to read right now. The fatal shooting, and this is the Israeli UN ambassador, the fatal shooting that took place outside the event that took place at the Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C., in which Israeli embassy employees were also injured, is a depraved act of anti-Semitic terrorism.
What?
Harming diplomats and the Jewish community is crossing a red line. We are confident that the U.S. attorneys will take strong action against those responsible for this criminal act. Israel will continue to act resolutely to protect its citizens and representatives everywhere in the world. And back to the scene out here again. Absolutely busy scene, still a very fluid situation. We're still waiting to hear when exactly the press conference from MPD Chief Pamela Smith as well as Mayor Muriel Bowser will take place. But again, all of this is very much fluid. We'll be sure to keep you updated as soon as we get any new information regarding this deadly double shooting. Reporting live Northwest DC, Christian Flores, 7 News.
This is live, Ann Bell. Interesting. I guess we're waiting for a press conference in the next 15-20 minutes.
Well, there are still some swirling reports out there. We're obviously still awaiting that information. We're still waiting to see what exactly led up to the shooting, what could be the potential motive for this shooting. But of course, over the past year or so, we've known that this has been a very touchy subject, not only in this region, but really across the country and around the world. So that's obviously something that we're going to continue pressing law enforcement leaders on. What exactly led up to this? What was the motivation for this shooting, specifically outside an event at the Capitol Jewish Museum?
The suspect, who's at large, could be heard yelling "Free Palestine" before the shooting. So it was a staff member of the Israeli embassy and his companion who were shot and killed.
Got it. Thanks. So I am going to have an anchor toss, though, right? Oh, no. Oh, no anchor toss. Top of the B. Okay, got it. Okay. Live bump at the bottom of the A. I know Scott asked me about the anti-Semitic comment made by the Israeli ambassador. Do we know if we have confirmed that this is a...
Honestly, that's probably David Hook.
Okay. Free Palestine or something. Okay, yeah. I just want to make sure because I didn't report that, but I just want to make sure that was still off the record. Okay.
All right, while we're waiting for this press conference, let's watch this craziness. Fake UPS driver arrested. Viewers are shocked.
On February 16, 2025, deputies responded to a report on a suspicious person wearing a UPS uniform who was prowling around the neighborhood. During the investigation, deputies found a firearm on the suspect, along with burglary tools.
Hey, bud. Are you associated with that black car over there? Because we got a suspicious person call. Do you live around here?
Oh, that black car right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm sorry.
Okay. Do you live around here?
No, I'm going door to door. I'm doing a photography thing.
How long have you been parked over there?
A photography.
Like 30 minutes. I was just writing up my story.
Do you have an American flag mask? Is that an American flag mask?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. Okay. So is that your car?
Yes, sir.
You haven't been parked there for 8 hours?
No, not at all.
Okay. Do you have some ID on you?
Did I do anything wrong?
It's about to get towed. Yeah.
Oh, well, I literally got here. I can show you.
Do you want to give us your... Do you have your ID or not? So you're being audio video recorded.
Oh, yeah.
Is this your house?
No, I'm going door to door.
Do you see their no soliciting sign? Yeah, come on, step over here. How come you're dressed in a UPS uniform?
It's a joke. It's about...
Yeah, get your ID out. It's very funny. Sit down. This is weird.
Do you have any guns or weapons on you?
No.
Put your hands on the stick.
I don't
Put your
have
hands on the truck.
I didn't do anything wrong.
You're being detained. Sit down.
You're being detained.
Sit down.
Everything you have, we'll put it right there.
Otherwise, you're going in handcuffs. There's two ways to do this. This isn't Seattle.
I
Get your
don't
ID
listen.
out.
My ID is in my car.
Okay. Put your hands right here.
Okay, sir, I'm not...
Put your hands on there.
Hold on.
I'll tell you what you look like. You look like a prowler.
What is a prowler?
Put your hands on there. You're going to get dumped on the ground. You understand that?
What is a prowler?
A prowler is someone who goes door to door checking to see if houses are going to be unoccupied.
Daylight?
Yeah.
Does she have a face
UPS
tattoo?
uniform. You clearly don't work for UPS. Stop talking. You want me to answer some questions, right? So I'm explaining to you what a prowler is.
Okay.
That is a prowler.
I'm sorry.
You're wearing UPS and you're not even UPS.
I'm sorry.
You've been parked there for 8 hours. You're coming from a drug house. So stop.
Where's the drug house?
What's your last name? Spell it. First name.
What's all this? Is it
It's
a
just...
weapon?
No.
Put your hands on there.
Okay.
You want to go on the ground?
Sorry,
Knock
sir.
it off.
I'm sorry.
Middle and name. Birthday.
Oh, pardon, look at this. You're getting detained. Put your hands in your bag.
Is that a fucking gun? What is that?
I don't know. I found it.
I don't know. I found it.
451.
You done with your frisk or no?
No, I'm not. Just felt something hard. It looked like a gun, and then apparently it was a gun. Are you a felon?
No. Yes. I didn't know that.
Oh, look at that. A felon in possession of a
I
firearm.
didn't know that was like a real gun. I've never seen a gun.
I didn't know that.
I
was
just
a
found
real
it, sir.
All right. What are you doing?
Did she just puke?
What are you doing?
That is the worst fake seizure I have ever seen. Knock it off. Snap out of it. You're having a seizure. I want to make sure you're okay.
Stop!
Breathe. Oh. And stop pretending to have a seizure.
you don't have a seizure.
Because you're not having a seizure.
I can't breathe through my brain. Oh, God. I can't breathe.
Penny 450.
I have seizures.
We have one
The
fake
worm.
seizure. Can you send fire?
Third degree.
I'm sorry.
Stop.
Affirmative.
Partner, I found some dope too.
Shocking. I'm still trying to
Is this
figure out how to
Reno
unload this.
911? Yeah.
Guys, I'm not getting it first.
What's the problem with you?
I can't breathe.
Well, now your car's just
Take some slow, deep breaths. Did you get a good frisk? Make sure she doesn't have any other guns
I'm still
on there.
working on it because I don't want to get pulled or stuck or
I
shot.
understand that.
Stop.
Did you use drugs today?
Listen, if you continue playing this game,
The gun's stuck. I think he gave up on it.
Did you use any drugs today?
I can't breathe.
There's nothing obstructing your airway.
I know. It's not that.
Then what is it?
Stop.
Snap out of it. What is
I'm
it?
trying to.
What's the matter? Turn on the side. Pretty run in a recovery position.
yeah, that's what we are. Stop.
Otherwise left cheek. I'm still trying to figure out how to render this weapon safe.
Narcan. Looks like she's playing dead now.
That's a good point. I think I have Narcan in the back.
Oh, you're not dead, man. Take you to jail.
So are you gonna stop being stupid or what?
Are you?
I'm going to jail anywhere.
Are you going to be still? No, you're not. You want to go to jail? You go to the car? I'll put this thing over. So can you stop faking seizures? Can you stop faking medical? So were you faking a seizure? Yes or no? It's not illegal to. Just tell me the truth. Were you just faking a seizure or not? Were you just faking a seizure? Okay. Then you're cleaning the fuck up.
So do you need this Narcan or not? So I won't waste my life-saving medical supplies on this bullshit.
Number two, this is my first day on the job. Obviously, I don't know where the heck you think you are. We're not in Seattle. Just let me talk. Let me talk.
How many times
Did we get a finish? Did we finish a weapons frisk?
I'm working on it.
Okay, you need to stand up.
I can't stand up.
You're gonna stand up because you had one gun on you. We're gonna make sure you don't have another one. Now spread your feet apart and stand there and stop playing games.
I'm sorry. I don't have.
Do you have anything else on you other than a gun?
No, sir. I found that, you guys. Like, I didn't know it was a real gun. It doesn't look like anything I've ever seen.
Don't point that at yourself. Wow, should we be putting that away from him as he tries to open it?
I'm trying to get into rehab, you guys.
Obviously, 11 years wasn't long enough for you to learn.
Listen, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in
feather
court. You have the
tattoo
right
on
to
her
speak to an
cheek
attorney
from her
and to have an
ear?
attorney present with you while you're being
Oh,
questioned.
ho!
If you can't afford to hire
guys.
one will be appointed to represent you prior to questioning if you wish. Do you understand your rights?
Officer
as
not
I've
in
explained to
Seattle.
you?
Yeah, he said I might not
Okay,
go to jail.
you're being audio and video recorded. Having your rights in mind, do you want to make a statement? Nobody's being hostile. I'm asking if you want to make a statement.
So listen, this is your time to be honest and be straightforward with my partner. I don't want to talk to you. You pissed me the fuck off. You had a gun. You're a felon. You're faking stuff. Now the fire department's gonna come over here. These people are taxpayers. You're wasting their time and money. So how about you talk to my partner? Be honest with your rights in mind.
So let's start with question one. You don't live here. Why are you walking around on people's houses dressed like a UPS driver?
I went to go check out
and see what
From
the
Slap-a-Ho
burnt
Shack.
house looked like.
The burnt house.
I was just looking at the burnt house.
Okay.
I didn't break in.
Did you were going into the burnt house?
I didn't go in.
Why
I
did,
didn't-
is it your house?
No, I just heard about it. They said it was super fried, and I just wanted to look at it.
How long have you been here?
Literally, I promise you, like an hour and a half tops.
Okay. So the people that said you've been here for 8 hours are lying to me.
I promise on everything. Like, I'm not going to lie to you again.
Where'd you get the UPS costume?
My friend had it.
Why are
She
you
used to
wearing
wear
it?
that. I just feel like people won't like look at me. I just wanted to
So
see
to
the house.
conceal your presence in the neighborhood, you're dressed like a UPS driver.
Well, yeah, but
So
I
what are you
wasn't
doing
trying
that you're not
steal
supposed to be
anything.
doing if you need to dress in a disguise?
Well, I just didn't want it to draw any attention when I was looking at the house.
Where did you get this gun?
I promise you, I didn't know it was real, sir.
Where'd you get it?
Give it to
Over
your
there,
friends
over
over in the house.
By Brady Park, over by, do you know where Barry, he's an older guy, this is like a trap house over there?
Where, in what city?
Prairie Ridge.
And where did you find it?
He's still fucking
It was,
around with this
like,
gun.
hidden, like, over by one of the, there's like 4 tall trees over there, and I mean, there's drug addicts. I did not know that was real, sir.
Okay.
I'm a felon,
There
and
we go. Yeah, it's real. It's loaded. So why are you carrying it around on you?
I was just gonna sell it or something. I thought it was like an ivory antique or something. I didn't even know how to open it.
Okay, it's obviously a firearm.
Thought it was an ivory antique.
I'm not lying to you.
I don't believe that you found this out in the elements. It's not rusty enough to have been left out in the forest.
I mean, I don't know how
Where did
long
you
it was
find it?
there. I promise you, that's how long. I promise you, there's drug addicts and stuff there all the time. Like, I don't know if someone stole it or what.
Okay, so this is clearly labeled as a firearm. It says High Standard Derringer 22 Magnum.
I didn't look at it.
You didn't, but you put it in your pocket, right?
I didn't look at it.
Why do you have handcuffs?
I saw the ivory. I closed my eyes and put it in my pocket.
No, that doesn't make any sense. Why do you have handcuffs? It's not because you're a fuck up. Why are you carrying a pair of handcuffs around in disguise, wearing gloves, carrying a gun?
Oh,
It doesn't look good, does it?
No,
what is this?
It's a pipe thing. Me and my girlfriend.
It's a pipe thing.
You got anything else on you?
What else are they gonna pull off of this one?
I just went to DSHS 2 days ago, and I got my insurance put back together. I don't want to go back to prison, sir.
That's not up to me, whether you go back to prison or not.
Can you not send me to jail? Like, I'll do anything. Like, anything. I'll do anything. I can't.
So here's the problem we have, okay, is you're in a neighborhood you don't live in, dressed in disguise, with a loaded gun in your pocket, wearing gloves, with a face mask
That's
on,
true, Washington.
dressed like a UPS driver. What the fuck are you doing?
Derringer, the gun that took Lincoln out.
I'm bored. I don't have any
You're
friends.
bored?
I'm bored.
It looks like you're fixing to kidnap.
This is what I do when I'm bored too, guys. When I'm not streaming, this is what I'm up to. Because I'm bored.
There's so much prison there. I don't want to go back there.
Watch this. She's got pocket tater tots 100%.
That's not my problem. I'm not the one that was doing what you're doing. That's you. No, absolutely not.
I never got one.
Never got one what?
I started using it 8 months and I went to prison.
Okay,
for
well
10
then you
years.
shouldn't be running around with a loaded gun in your pocket if you're a convicted felon. She's acknowledged that she was faking the seizure. If you're good with that verbal, then there doesn't need to be any evaluation.
Okay, you don't want your blood pressure taken or anything like that? Okay, all right.
Okay, you're going to have a seat in the back of the car, and just so you're aware, there's a camera back there that's going to be recording you.
Oh, good. So she can do seizures for that camera too.
I literally was doing drugs for 6 months. I went to prison for 11 years. 11 years.
What has that to do with this?
I've been trying to get into rehab, and I'm sorry. I did not know that gun was loaded.
Okay.
Send me to
Well,
jail right
that
now.
doesn't matter to the fact that you're also lying to me. You're out here stealing shit or burglarizing a house. I'm not an idiot.
I would never.
Then why are you dressed like a UPS driver in the middle of the day wearing gloves?
Why would I?
I don't know why you would do the things you do. I'm not you. Yeah, I know. A burnt house has been broken into 8,000 times. Sit down in the car. There's a camera back there filming.
Yeah,
You're
is she
under arrest for felon in
related
possession of a
to
firearm.
Plumpatine? What do you think? What do you guys think? She and Emperor Plumpatine? I feel like they're related.
camera knocking down one of the cameras at the burned down house.
Oh.
And she did admit to being at the burned down house.
So this is so I see this.
Yeah.
So she's going all the way, right? Going there, and then there.
I'll go talk to her. I thought you told me you didn't go in that burned down house.
I didn't. I just walked in.
Homeowner's got video of you.
I didn't go inside
There's
of it.
cameras there.
I did not
What are you
go
doing on the
inside of
property?
it. I was just looking at it.
Why? Is it your house?
No, sir.
Then why are you looking at it?
I didn't go inside.
You went on the property. For what?
I was just looking at the burnt stuff. I didn't go inside.
Why?
I don't know. I was bored.
All right. I'm done with this.
I'm not...
The suspect was arrested and booked on multiple charges, including possession of a firearm by a felon, attempted burglary, criminal impersonation, and possession of burglary tools.
And also weirdly looking at burnt houses. Well, that was an adventure. And being bored, yes. We're still waiting on a press conference here on this DC shooting situation.
Another bump shot coming up. Another live hit. What's the word?
Another bump shot, guys.
Okay. Nothing for me yet. At this point. Yeah. Or I'm guessing if the press conference begins. Have the bump shot. Is that the very end of the show? What's the rough time for that? Okay. Next bump shot about 4 minutes.
Shooters in custody?
Oh, that's you coming out the door?
Where are you seeing the shooters in custody?
Okay, I see you. I'll make my way there.
We'll be back with more on the other side.
Yeah, I want to see what they were talking about.
Today, talking about peace in Europe and much more. We want to remind the audience that we are waiting this press conference. You've been seeing on the screen, they've been doing mic check after mic check. Here's what we know so far. There's been a fatal shooting outside of a Jewish museum in Washington, D.C. A man and a woman were shot and killed, also near an FBI office building. This is in the same vicinity.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Q&A 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
We good there? Question. We good there?
All right, this is medium podium mic check. Last time, 1,
Mic
2,
check.
3, 4, 5. Thumbs up, everybody's good? My guys, thank you. I see what you're saying.
This cave is crazy.
Oh, well. Excuse me? Yes, medium mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Clear? Good? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
1?
1.
I got it right.
2.
Oh, now we're going the other way.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When you're complete, give me a thumbs up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Get cotton mouth. 8.
All right, Austin
9,
does the same
10.
check
You good?
before going live.
Clear? Wonderful. Thank you.
I should. Out of all the times when my mic has been muted. Young Sneed, yeah, we knew about that. Or, well, we knew that at least one of the victims was an Israeli embassy employee.
Are they center? If I'm standing here, are they center behind me, the flags? The flags are center behind me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, it depends on what angle. Not from this angle, they're not. Is this what's taking so long with this press conference? Oh, this guy's back.
Sorry about the noise, if any.
So, we're hearing that it was a staff member of the Israeli embassy
Medium mic
that
check.
was
1,
killed with his companion.
2, 3. Thank you.
But it was outside some sort of Israeli museum. And near the FBI office. Allegedly, the shooter yelled "Free Palestine" as they ran away.
says the fatal shooting that took place outside the event, that took place at the Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C., is a depraved act of anti-Semitic terrorism. Harming the Jewish community is crossing a red line. We are confident that the U.S. authorities will take strong action against those responsible for this criminal act. Israel will continue to act resolutely to protect its citizens and representatives everywhere in the world. Again, that was a tweet from a verified account from Israel's ambassador to the United Nations. The other thing I want to point out that we just learned in the last 5 or so minutes, U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi tweeted out that she is also on the scene, which reflects the gravity of this situation and the seriousness of what transpired down this block tonight. We are still awaiting an update from D.C. Police. Could come any minute now. That is going to happen at D.C. Police headquarters, which is just several blocks down in that direction. For now, Kenneth, I'm going to send it back to you.
Josh, thank you. And once that update happens, we will bring it to you right here.
So that's what we're hearing from Fox 5 DC at this hour. We still haven't seen them step up to the podium at the press conference yet, but we are hearing from Attorney General Pam Bondi. She's saying that she's on the scene of the horrible shooting outside Washington, D.C. Capitol Jewish Museum with Janine Pirro. She says, praying for the victims of this violence as we work to learn more. Judge Janine Pirro is tagged in the tweet. So AG Bondi says that she is on scene, and if we can flip to the Kristi Noem tweet, if we have that available as well, this is what Noem is saying. 2 Israeli embassy staff senselessly killed tonight near the Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C. She says they're actively investigating and working to get more information to share. Please pray for the families of the victims. We will bring this depraved perpetrator to justice. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to reset, and let's look at the, and by the way, Danny Danon is the Israeli ambassador to the UN. This is who Josh Rosenthal was quoting in his live report. This is the tweet he was referring to. The fatal shooting that took place outside the event that took place at the Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C. is a depraved act of anti-Semitic terrorism, Danny says. Harming the Jewish community is crossing a red line. We are confident that the U.S. authorities will take strong action. Any more reaction, we get online. We'll bring this to you in real time. But again, this is the scene of the press conference. We're expecting to learn more from officials in D.C., including D.C.'s mayor, Muriel Bowser. I'm going to reset here. I'm just going to let you know everything that we know so far about the situation, including reporting from Fox 5 D.C. Here's what we know so far. D.C. police are investigating after a man and a woman were shot and killed near the Capitol Jewish Museum Wednesday night. Police say that the double shooting happened around 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time near not only the Jewish Capitol, the Capitol Jewish Museum, but it also happened near an FBI office building in the 300 block of F Street. When officers arrived at the scene, they found a woman and a man who were both suffering
yes, that
from
is the
gunshot
flag
wounds.
of Washington, D.C.
They were unconscious and not breathing. Homicide was called, and the pair was pronounced dead. Fox 5 reached out to the American Jewish community, the American Jewish Committee, as they were hosting an event at the Capitol Jewish Museum where the shooting reportedly took place. In a statement, they told
memorial
Fox
banner
5
based on the coat
that
of
the
arms
AJC
granted to
can
Lawrence
confirm
Washington,
that they hosted an event
George
at the Capitol
Washington's
Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C. this evening.
great-grandfather.
They say they're devastated that an unspeakable act of
Manor,
violence took place outside the
Northamptonshire,
venue.
England in
And at this moment,
1592.
as we await more information about more information from the police about exactly what transpired, our attention and our hearts are solely with those who were harmed and their families. This is the latest reporting from D.C. They say that police say at this time they're searching for a white man with a goatee, last seen wearing a blue jacket, blue jeans. He was last seen on F Street, although we will await any confirmation on that when they step up to the podium here. Perhaps if there is a suspect and if there is somebody outstanding, if they're looking for somebody. Jennifer Griffin just sent this out. She is the Pentagon-based correspondent for Fox News. She says a spokesperson at the Israeli embassy in Washington is saying that 2 staff members of the Israeli embassy were shot this evening at close range while attending a Jewish event at the Capitol Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C. I have the full tweet in front of me. She says, "We have full faith in law enforcement authorities on both the local and federal levels to apprehend the shooter and protect Israel's representatives and Jewish communities throughout the United States." So, according to Jen Griffin's tweet, again, she's quoting a spokesperson at the Israeli embassy in Washington, saying that they have full faith in law enforcement authorities that they will apprehend the shooter. So again, just a little nugget of information
so
there.
I think earlier reports
they may
that they had
still be looking for a shooter at this hour, although we are waiting for official word at this press conference that it's expected to happen any moment now in D.C. And if we can, Caleb, can we go through the Noam tweet as well as, yes, there it is. So this is what we're hearing from the Department of Homeland Security. 2 Israeli embassy staff were senselessly killed tonight near the Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C. They're actively investigating and working to get more information to share. Pray for the families of the victims. We will bring this depraved perpetrator to justice. A.G. Bondi also saying that she's on the scene of this shooting outside the Washington, D.C. Capitol Jewish Museum. U.S. Attorney Janine Pirro is there with her as well. They say they're praying for the victims of this violence as they work to learn more. Looks like Fox 5 DC is doing another report out live from the scene right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to dip into their coverage. Josh Rosenthal reporting live out there. Let's dip into Fox 5's coverage. Again, we'll bring in the press conference as soon as it starts. Here's Fox 5.
Headquarters in Northwest D.C. We're waiting for a press conference to begin here shortly. A man and woman were shot and killed. This is near the Capitol Jewish Museum. Reports earlier tonight indicated it happened near the FBI Washington field office, but it's all right there on 3rd Street. This is a live look at the scene where you see the police tape up and about, and there is a huge turnout there by law enforcement because this is an area, as we've learned, many law enforcement agencies are stationed on 3rd Street. Let's bring in Josh Rosenthal. He's been at the scene all night long, and while we're waiting for that briefing to begin, we're going to bring Josh into the conversation because he was reporting this during the 10 o'clock news tonight. And Josh, as you're there right now, what have you learned? What have you seen? What do you know right now?
Jim, put simply, based on what we're hearing from authorities, it appears as though this is a real tragedy that occurred in D.C. tonight. I want to send you back down this way, and I'm going to explain to you what you're looking at. That is the intersection of 3rd and F down there. And if you look to the left of your screen, that is where the Capitol Jewish Museum is. Now, just within the last 20 or so minutes, we heard from DHS Secretary Kristi Noem, Homeland Security. She is confirming that 2 Israeli embassy staff were senselessly killed tonight. This is her words, near the Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C. She says that they're investigating, they're working to get more information to share. We have also heard from Israel's ambassador to the UN. Again, this was from a verified social media account. I want to read to you what he wrote. I'm reading it because I want to be really careful to make sure we got all this right. It says, the fatal shooting that took place outside the event that took place at the Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C. is a depraved act of anti-Semitic terrorism. Harming the Jewish community is crossing a red line. We are confident that the U.S. authorities will take strong action against those responsible for this criminal act. Israel will continue to act resolutely to protect its citizens and representatives everywhere in the world. That is from Israel's ambassador to the UN. Otherwise, what we've heard from D.C. police to this point is they are confirming that there was a double fatal shooting down there, that a man and woman were killed. Exactly what led to what transpired there at this point, Jim, we still don't know. A couple other landmarks in the area right here, right next to where this happened. This is the FBI Washington field office. This is different than FBI headquarters, which is on Pennsylvania Avenue. This is the FBI Washington field office. Then DC police headquarters, it's just a few blocks over in that direction. Also an easy walk. That is where we're expecting this press conference to happen imminently. And our hope, Jim, is at that time we learn more details about what happened here tonight.
And Josh, when we talked with you earlier tonight, I'm familiar with that. I used to live on 3rd and H. That Capitol Jewish Museum facility is fairly new. The museum itself is not new, but the location was. I want to read something very quickly. We just got a statement from the American Jewish Committee, which said it hosted an event there at the museum tonight, just so we get a sense of what was going on there. In terms of the law enforcement presence, when you were there earlier tonight, there wasn't a whole lot. Well, there was. I mean, there was a lot of police tape, but that looks like it's grown exponentially. And police told us, and told you, Josh, get down here quickly because they knew something was amiss.
Police called us. They said, come here now. We would always respond to a double shooting anywhere, but it is somewhat atypical for the police department to call and say, make sure you get down here. A little bit earlier tonight, Jim, we were able to get about a block closer. At that time, ton of police, somewhat similar to what there is now. Not just D.C. police, but also FBI agents. Again, their field office is right here. We also did see quite a few people down there. They were starting to move people out. There's a church down there as well. It appears as though there was some sort of meeting or possibly a service in there. We saw a bunch of people leave. They said that there was a lot of commotion. They did not actually see what happened there. One other thing I'll point out, this was really sad. Somebody came up with her dog. She identified herself as a liaison to the Israeli embassy and said that she was absolutely panicked because she had friends down there. She can't get in touch with them, and she was trying to figure out any information that she could. Of course, we said we were so sorry. We gave her whatever information we could, and she went on her way. But that does reflect the gravity of this situation and also the uncertainty that is still very pervasive at this time as we await more details from authorities, and hopefully we're going to get some of those soon.
Well, Josh, I mean, in an area where you are, as mentioned, with the FBI and with MPD and with all of that, I mean, you imagine that to be a secure area, and not to speculate or anything. We're not going to do that here. We're going to wait for those answers from the press conference. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to let you go for the time being, and we will check back in with you in terms of what's going on at MPD. Josh Rosenthal for us outside of the Capitol Jewish Museum here on the Final Five. We're going to get more on what's going on here in Northwest D.C. It is a very fluid situation. We're waiting for that press briefing. Stick around. The Final Five.
We'll dip in and out of Fox 5 DC's coverage as necessary as the night progresses.
I wonder what's taking so long with this press conference. It was supposed to start like 25, 30 minutes ago. They keep delaying it. I'm looking for any new information here. Allegedly, so shooting outside Capitol Jewish Museum, allegedly involving Israeli diplomats. Danny Danon, Israel's ambassador to the United Nations, said an event was taking place at the museum and the deadly shooting was a depraved act of anti-Semitic terrorism. He went on to say, harming diplomats and the Jewish community is crossing a red line. We are confident that the U.S. authorities will take strong action against those responsible for this criminal act. Israel will continue to act resolutely to protect its citizens and representatives everywhere in the world. Practical Ninja, what was the event? That's a good question. I don't see on their website It closes at 5 p.m., so it was obviously some private event being held there. According to witnesses on the scene, the shooter screamed "Free Palestine" before the shooting took place. Okay, statement from the Israeli embassy. 2 staff members of the Israeli embassy were shot this evening at close range while attending a Jewish event at the Capitol Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C. We have full faith in law enforcement authorities on both the local and federal levels to apprehend the shooter and protect Israel's representatives and Jewish communities throughout the United States. Kash Patel has made a statement. FBI Director Kash Patel said, "My team and I have been briefed on the shooting tonight in downtown D.C. outside the Capitol Jewish Museum and near our Washington field office." It's allegedly, or supposedly, it's right around the corner or like a block away from the FBI Washington field office where the museum is and where they were shot. He went on to say, "While we're working with MPD to respond and learn more in the immediate, please pray for the victims and their families. We will keep the public updated as we are able."
it becomes available. What we know so far is that 2 people have been killed, one a man, one a woman, according to Fox 5 DC. You've been hearing all night from the range of officials that we have heard from so far, including Kash Patel, Kristi Noem, A.G. Bondi, who herself apparently is on the scene of this incident. This is a live look as police begin what is no doubt going to be a lengthy investigation and robust investigation. Looks like they're adjusting the shot. So what we're going to do as they get ready for a hit with a news reporter, it appears, is we're going to take our final break of the hour. Again, the idea
Media mic check 1, 2.
It's getting ridiculous. It's the 50th mic check. There hasn't been any updates on this in an hour.
as it begins. In the meantime, as I've been saying, Fox 5 DC has been covering this. Jim Lokay is live right now, interviewing, and you know what?
Oh, here we go. Movement. We have movement.
Good evening. I'm Muriel Bowser. I'm Mayor of Washington, D.C. I am here with the Chief of the Metropolitan Police Department, Pamela Smith, and we are joined by members of the Washington, D.C. Public Safety Team and our partners in the federal government from the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Special Agent in charge, as well as the Assistant Director in charge. We are also joined by the Attorney General for the United States, Pam Bondi, the United States Attorney for the District of Columbia, Judge Pirro, as well as the Israeli Ambassador to the United States, Ambassador Leichter. We are here at the MPD headquarters to provide an update on a horrific shooting that happened shortly after 9 p.m. this evening near the Capitol Jewish Museum. I want to start by sending our condolences to the loved ones of the victims who were senselessly a victim of these crimes. I want to provide my prayers and condolences to the museum staff and the guests who are also gathering together in fellowship. The chief will share preliminary information from the investigation. I will say up front that there is no active threat in our community. What I do know is that the horrific incident is going to frighten a lot of people in our city and in our country. And I want to be clear that we will not tolerate this violence or hate in our city. We will not tolerate any acts of terrorism, and we're going to stand together as a community in the coming days and weeks to send the clear message that we will not tolerate anti-Semitism. I want to ask Chief Smith to talk about where we are with this investigation, followed by our FBI partners, and lastly, Ambassador Leichter.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'm Chief Pamela A. Smith, Chief of Police for the Metropolitan Police Department, and I'll start by expressing my sincere condolences to both of the victims and the families, and also the attendees tonight at the Capitol Jewish Museum. At approximately 9:08 p.m. tonight, we received multiple calls for a shooting in the area of 3rd Street and F Street Northwest. Officers located one adult male and one adult female unconscious and not breathing at the scene. DC Fire and EMS responded, and despite all life-saving efforts, both victims succumbed to their injuries. The preliminary investigation indicates that both victims were exiting an event at the Capitol Jewish Museum located in the 500 block of 3rd Street Northwest when the shooting occurred. We believe the shooting was committed by a single suspect who is now in custody. Prior to the shooting, the suspect was observed pacing back and forth outside of the museum. He approached a group of 4 people, produced a handgun, and opened fire, striking both of our decedents. After the shooting, the suspect then entered the museum and was detained by event security. Once in handcuffs, the suspect identified where he discarded the weapon, and that weapon has been recovered, and he implied that he committed the offense. The suspect chanted, "Free, free Palestine," while in custody. The suspect has been tentatively identified as 30-year-old Elias Rodriguez of Chicago, Illinois. Our MPD case detectives are leading this investigation. I will now turn it over to Washington Field Office Associate Director Steve Jensen.
Thank you, Chief. I'm Steve Jensen, the Assistant Director in charge of the Washington Field Office. I'd also like to express my sincere condolences not only to the family of the victims, but to the ambassador and the grievance for the Israeli nation. Tonight, a heinous crime was committed, and the FBI stands with the Metropolitan Police Department to help not only investigate the homicide and provide support, but also to look into ties to potential terrorism or motivation based on a bias-based crime or a hate crime. That's our reason for being here. Full support of the FBI to Metropolitan Police Department to resolve this. And I also want to express my sincere gratitude to Metropolitan Police Department for their quick action, their attempts to render aid despite the nature of the crime resulting in the death of the victims. Getting the subject in custody quickly resolved this issue and allows us to continue with the investigation. And with that, I'll turn it over to the ambassador.
Thank you. Really what I have to say this evening is thank you, Mayor, to your amazing staff, Attorney General, Ms. Bondi, Chief Attorney for Washington, Judge Jeanine Pirro. The couple that was gunned down tonight in the name of Free Palestine. It's a young couple about to be engaged. The young man purchased a ring this week with the intention of proposing to his girlfriend next week in Jerusalem. They were a beautiful couple who came to enjoy an evening in Washington's Cultural Center. I will say this: we are a resilient people. The people of Israel are resilient people, and the people of the United States of America are resilient people. Together we won't be afraid, together we'll stand, and we're going to overcome moral depravity of people who think that they're going to achieve political gains through murder. On the way in, Ms. Bondi was kind enough to hand me the phone. On the other line was the President of the United States, Donald Trump, who told me that his administration is going to do everything it can possibly do to fight and end anti-Semitism and the hatred that's being directed, the demonization and delegitimization of the State of Israel. Together with President Trump, our Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, will stand together tall and firm, and we will confront this moral depravity without fear and with determination. And now we'll turn to taking care of the families of these two victims. And again, I think the American administration and the city of Washington and the law enforcement officers who are on this case are going to get to the bottom of it and bring justice to this city and to the people of Washington and the United States and the people of Israel who are here feeling confident and safe in the city of Washington and around the United States of America. Thank you.
You can take a few questions, Chief.
Hi, Shamari Stone from Fox 5 DC. You say that there is a suspect in custody right now, and he walked into the museum. What is he telling investigators tonight?
Well, I don't know what he's telling them at this moment. What I do know is that he is in custody. And as you know, Amari, we have to conduct an investigation, and that requires us to ask many questions. At the time of this press conference, I'm not privileged to that information as of right now.
Hi, Evan Paris for CNN. Is there any indication when he entered the Jewish Museum that he was planning to carry out additional shootings? Was he trying to harm other people? Is there any indication? Can you tell us any more about that? And also for the Attorney General and the U.S. Attorney, can you say whether, given the diplomatic component of this, does this become a federal investigation, a federal crime to be prosecuted by the federal government?
So in response to your first question, we are still conducting the investigation, and at this moment, again, it's preliminary. So you'll have to give us a little bit more time to determine what the motives were at this point.
Let me just jump in, Chief. And you heard from the Chief and from the Special Agent in charge that MPD is investigating the homicides and the FBI's role. Of course, as always, when there is any possibility of a terrorist act or acts motivated by hate or other bias, the FBI will be conducting those investigations. All homicides are prosecuted in the District of Columbia in Washington, D.C. by the United States Attorney for the District of Columbia. Okay.
Carl Willis, 7 News. Just a question about, after everything that happened, the stance from local and possibly federal law enforcement about any protection moving forward or heightened security for this community?
Thank you for that question, and I'm going to turn to the chief, but we have a long history and a lot of practice in our city of working with Jewish organizations around safety and around protection, and we watch global events, national events, and local events. And our organizations work directly with MPD, and MPD responds with additional resources. And so I know the chief will spend tonight and tomorrow, and we'll be talking to all of our organizations, from schools to synagogues to other organizations, to make sure we are supporting in every way that we can. Yes.
New York Times. You mentioned that the suspect was detained by event security after entering the museum.
Yep.
Is it correct to say that he surrendered voluntarily to security, or was he forcefully detained?
I don't know that we can say that right now. It's part of what MPD is investigating. Yes.
Hi, Shlomi Zions, Ami Magazine. I have a question for the police chief. I want to know if there was perhaps any indication that something like this might happen. Was there any heightened security or threats that you were aware of? And also for the Attorney General, do you have a message for Jewish Americans who are feeling concerned for their safety tonight?
What I will say to your first question is that we have not received any intelligence with respect to any type of terrorist act or hate crime in our city. As you know, we work very well with all of our partners in the intelligence community, and had we received any information, as we would do any time, we would ensure that we had heightened security around our city at most of our synagogues.
If I could just add, and then General, we have, for a number of years, we put out grants to organizations, and we allow organizations to apply for grants, and there have been a lot of faith organizations that have applied for special security grants, and so we continue to do that in the city. We've been able to deploy millions of dollars so organizations can have increased security.
Mayor, thank you. Chief, thank you. Ambassador, our hearts go out to you and your staff. I spoke to the President of the United States multiple times tonight on behalf of the President. His prayers are with all of us, all of the Jewish community, everyone in Washington, D.C., state, local, and federal agencies, and our great U.S. Attorney, Jeanine Pirro, who will be prosecuting this case. We'll be doing everything in our power to keep all citizens safe, especially tonight our Jewish community. Our prayers go out. We have the FBI, all of our federal agencies will work hand.
Could you confirm the spelling of his?
Rodriguez, Romeo, Oscar, Delta, Romeo.
On to police, have you had any prior interactions with him?
We have not had any prior interactions with him. Based on an NCIC check. We don't see anything in his background that would have placed him on our radar at this time. But again, our Joint Terrorism Task Force is working very closely with the FBI to ensure that we can do a deep dive into his background.
Shamari Stone, Fox 5, real quick question. You said that he was pacing back and forth in front of the building prior to this incident. Did security engage with the suspect prior to the shooting? Did he look suspicious? Did they see him outside?
I am not sure about that at this time. That's a part of the investigation.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Is there any indication? Is there any indication that the firearm that was used in the crime was purchased illegally, legally obtained? Was there a serial number, or was it filed off? Do we know any details right now?
Our ATF partners will do a deep dive with respect to the firearms, as they typically would with any firearms here in the District of Columbia.
So thank you, and expect, as we have more to report, to get additional facts from the Metropolitan Police Department. Thank you.
Okay, looks like they're going to be taking this very seriously. Some of you are asking what Pam is wearing. Looks like she's wearing a guy's coat. I don't know. Sorry about that stream buffering, and the stream went down for a second. It's weird. I'm checking everything on my end. Everything's good on my end. So, no idea what that was about. Guys, we do have a police chase. Oh, never mind. Suspect foot bailed. Police chase called off. Yeah, the suspect's name... Was it Elias Rodriguez? I know last name's Rodriguez. Let's see. Yeah, Elias Rodriguez of Chicago.
Then said Martha unto Jesus, Lord, if thou hadst been here, my brother had not died. But I know that even now, whatsoever thou wilt ask of God, God will give thee. Jesus said unto her, Thy brother shall rise again. Martha said unto him, I know that he shall rise again in the resurrection at the last day. Jesus said unto her, I'm the resurrection and the life. He that believes in me,
Yeah,
though he
no
were dead,
word
yet
on
shall
legal
live.
status.
And whosoever lives and believes in me shall never die. Believest thou this? She says unto him, Yea, Lord, I believe that thou art the Christ, the Son of God, which should come into the world.
Did that stream end? Yep. Or did it? Wait.
Son of God, which should come into the world.
Whom I believe is the perpetrator. Again, I did not see the shooting. He seemed very distressed, so I assumed he was a witness to it, and I offered him water. He said yes. I went to get him water.
Oh, wow.
The moment I handed him the glass of water, he then whipped out a red Jordanian keffiyeh and said, Free Palestine. And then the security ran in, subdued him. I mean, they didn't tackle him, but they got him outside. And I never saw a weapon, but I'm now hearing reports that 2 people were shot and killed. And so I'm just grateful that more lives weren't lost. I'm sorry for the lives that were lost. The family members of the lives were lost. I feel guilty that the people were only here on account of our event. I'm confused as to how, of all the people he could have picked, he found the Israeli embassy workers. It's clearly a targeted anti-Semitic attack, like you're coming to a Jewish museum. Ironically, we gathered together to hear from a coalition of organizations, whom I won't be specific as to whom they are. They wanted to be off the record, but they were doing work of peace building and bridge building.
Why is it a top secret
And so
event?
it's deeply upsetting if you only knew why we were all gathered there in support of building, at some point, a better future for the MENA, Middle Eastern, North African region.
Jojo, I want to make sure I get this right, but you believe that you were trying to help a stranger who later turned out to be the person responsible for this tragedy.
Correct. Yeah, I handed him water. I've never interacted with a murderer before. But if my friend who's no longer with me, she saw the security footage and she confirmed that the person I gave water to was the person on the footage who she saw shot the victims point blank. So yes, I handed water. I was a good Samaritan to this person who is, I don't want to say the devil incarnate, but Delulu, lunatic, sociopath, I mean, who kills people.
I'm so sorry that you went through this. I know you said you did not see the shooting. Did you hear shots fired? Can you describe what took place?
I was in the elevator, so I missed the shots fired. When I entered the lobby, there's much commotion and much frenzy. But no, I did not hear the shooting.
I completely understand if you're not up to it. I want to make sure I'm being considerate of everything that you've gone through. Are you able to describe what took place after police rushed in? You said they subdued this man.
They took him immediately outside. They shut the blinds, locked the doors, and they had us all step back to a back area, I don't know, for 20 or 30 minutes. But then detectives came in, and those of us who witnessed anything were told to raise our hands, and then they brought us upstairs to interview us one by one, and they wanted to make sure that we didn't speak all to each other so that we could just share our personal testimony.
Was there a panic in the moment? People...
No, at first I think we all, and many of us do, our brains go into defense mechanisms. So we were like, okay, DC can be violent, it's gang violence, which is bad that we brushed it off. But there was a genuine feeling of, there wasn't a feeling of alarm. We weren't being alarmist.
Gang violence doesn't get this
or
level
hypervigilant.
of
I think most of us were just ready to get home. It had been a long event, so it took a while to really penetrate. We were seeing the news unfold as many of the citizens of DC were, and piecemealing it together ourselves as well. Like, we didn't even get reports that people had died until we had been brought upstairs, and it wasn't the police informing us of that. It's the news that was breaking.
Jojo, I don't want to hit you with too many questions. I want to make sure I'm being respectful of what you've gone through. Is there anything else that you want to add, you want to get out there?
I put this event together because, well, the event happens annually through AJC, but the theme of the event was turning pain into purpose. And I'm not going to let this strip me of my humanity. And just because there are one-off lunatics out there who think that Palestinian liberation is achieved through murder, it's not going to deter me in being a Jewish ally. And I still think that both peoples, Jewish and Palestinian, deserve self-determination and safety and a place to live. And so I'm going to stand undeterred despite this tragic incident. And we'll continue to remember the theme of this event, which was bridge building. And hopefully there's another quote I like to use instead of post-traumatic stress, post-traumatic growth. Hopefully it can come from this. And I want to send love to the victims and the victims' families, and may their memory be a blessing.
I'm so sorry. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We have heard from the president, President Trump, posting on Truth Social these horrible DC killings, based obviously on anti-Semitism, must end now. Hatred and radicalism have no place in the USA. Condolences to the families of the victims. So sad that such things as this can happen. God bless you all. We're going to slide away for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Let's see here. That was earlier. U.S. House of Representatives is voting on Trump's tax plan right now, apparently. Not sure if this is the actual vote. House Res 436.
Side of this event, correct? Take me through what happened.
So the event's wrapping up. Everybody, had dessert. The speakers finished speaking, and people were starting to leave. About 9:07, 9:08, we heard between 10 to 15 gunshots, roughly. I don't know the exact number. And all of us were a little bit startled, but, I'm from D.C., so gunshots are not pleasant, but not something I've never heard before. Next thing we know, I did see somebody run in. The security guard happened to let this guy in. I guess they were thinking that he was a victim. And he was covered in rain. He was clearly in trauma. He was in shock. And, some of the people at the event brought him water. They sat him down. Are you okay? Were you shot? What happened? And he's like, somebody call the cops, bring the cops in. So about 10 minutes later, when the cops actually came in, he said, I did this. He said, sir, I'm unarmed. He put his hands up. He grabbed a red keffiyeh out of his pocket and started the Free Palestine chants. There's only one solution, Intifada revolution. And he was being dragged out of the building as he was yelling Free Palestine. And he kept yelling Free Palestine. I, tried to hand him his keffiyeh back because I didn't really realize that he murdered two people. About 5-10 minutes later, we start to gather more data. It turns out he was in the building with us for like 15 minutes. Thank God he left the gun in the bushes outside, or he left the gun outside. And we found out that I think it was two people from the embassy that were murdered in cold blood. And obviously this is a secondary source, but my friend was actually watching the security footage, and he murdered somebody, executed them from the back, 5-10 shots. I don't know about the man that was killed or shot. I don't know if that's confirmed yet, but it's disgusting. I don't think any acts of terrorism or violence will solve the situation in the Middle East. I understand people are suffering all over the world, and this event was talking about how we can find solutions to help suffering. How can we bring Muslims and Jews and Christians together, raise funds, and actually help people in Gaza, help people in Israel. And unfortunately, violence is what came from this. And I'm still in shock a little bit right now. And I really hope, may their memories be a blessing for those that did pass. And I hope he is seriously punished for his actions, because it's not helping anybody by murdering people.
So sorry that you went through this. I want to be respectful. I don't want to hit you with too many questions.
Okay.
Is there anything else that
This
you
is
want to get out?
maybe the guy.
I want people to know that there are a lot of people suffering, and I understand whether you're on, the side of Palestine or the side of Israel. Everybody is suffering, and we need to work together, and we need to find solutions, not through violence, but through collaboration. And I hope that we learn from this and it never happens again, because nobody should be shot for who they are, where they're from.
It is probably a common name.
I don't really have anything else to say.
This is maybe him.
Yeah, thank you.
Last thing, could I get your information?
Yeah, please. My phone's dead, otherwise I can...
We appreciate Josh Rosenthal for getting some of those remarks from people who sadly witnessed a tragedy. And it's something that we will continue to cover as we come back on the air tomorrow morning. It is about time for us to...
It kind of did look like the guy being interviewed.
Our Orlando-based crew will pick up the coverage tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.
Oh, all right, I guess they're done for the night. So, yeah, this stream is titled U.S. House of Representatives Votes on Trump's Tax Plan. I don't think that's what this vote is, though. I looked up House Resolution 436. And that is... to prohibit the use of federal funds to support or facilitate the participation of the Russian Federation in the Group of Seven and for other purposes. So, clearly not the tax bill. Maybe they're going to be voting on that later? I'm not sure. Oh, hang on. Video of suspect Elias Rodriguez, 30, from Chicago, yelling "Free Palestine" after he murdered 2 Jews in Washington, D.C. tonight. We already have more information on this guy than we do on the Vegas shooting from 2017. That looks like the guy. Hang on. Let's get that back up. All right, let's see. It looks like the LinkedIn photo might be an old photo, but it kind of looks like him. Beard Wars. Okay, so there's the guy. And then here's... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they... kinda. Examine his LinkedIn before they take it down. I can't really see anything on here. There's not much on here. I don't know if like maybe you're one of his contacts, you can see more. He only has 12 connections. This also might not be the guy, so you know, I don't want to blast it out there. Might be the guy, might not be the guy. This is after the deed. Grammy, or no, PCB Junkie asset. At the end, you can see the girl who was giving the interview earlier. Is that her? Oh, yeah, that's her.
I make a point of order pursuant to Section 426 that this rule may not be considered.
The gentleman from Massachusetts makes a point of order that the resolution violates Section 426A of the Congressional Budget Act of 1974. The gentleman has met the threshold burden under the rule, and the gentleman from Massachusetts and a member opposed each will control 10 minutes of debate on the question of consideration. Following debate, the chair will put the question of consideration as the statutory means.
Oh, screw all that. I'll find out tomorrow what happened with that. Alright, let's be in our news. Oh. They're just late reporting what I've already showed you. Yeah, okay guys, I am going to wind down the stream. If you guys want to play some games, let me know. We do tend to end every stream with some games. Lunchbox, another, you think it's him? Let's see here. Okay, well, yeah, just because he's... Yeah, it's on X, so it must be true. Yeah, okay. I mean, I meme, therefore I am is reporting it. But, I mean, all he did was do the same thing you did and search on LinkedIn. It does really look like the guy. Looks like this is an older picture. Party for Socialism and Liberation? What? Elias Rodriguez from the Party for Socialism and Liberation argued that the murder of Laquan McDonald and the Chicago bid for an Amazon headquarters are not two separate issues, but rather they are both connected. Socialist, eh? Yeah, another strangely named white supremacist. That's Mad Al. Who was Daquan McChicken? Laquan McDonald and Duquan McChicken PK. Yeah, is it another Hassan watcher? Crime stats will have him as white 100%. That's how it works. Yeah, guys, I'm beat. So, okay, we can play one game of GeoGuessr, and then stream is over, and I will see you guys tomorrow night. Stooley, I just spit my beer at Laquan McChicken. Yeah, let's do Contexto instead. PCB says Geo. Alright, screw it. We'll do one Contexto and one GeoGuessr. That seems to be how we end every stream lately. It's tradition at this point. Works crazy false flag tonight. Yeah, we'll see what the reaction on this is tomorrow. We'll see what kind of laws they come up with to fuck us out of our freedom tomorrow. Blah, 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 tic-tac-toe. Play some tic-tac-toe next week. Alright, we starting with Lunchbox like every night. Lunchbox, terrible. Fractal Ninja, socialism. Jews. Kill. Oh, can't use that word. Tree. False. Flag. Star. Fantasy. Milk. Okay. Bone. Milk. Cheese. Wow. Okay. Coming along quick here. Paper. Thermonuclear war. Cow. Ooh. Egg. Butter. Breakfast. Burger. Pizza. Feta. Feta. Is it just a type of cheese? Cheddar. Okay, no. Gouda. No, we're coming away from it. Dairy. Didn't I do dairy already? No. Well. Mozzarella. Okay. Interesting. Mold. Gorgonzola. Is that cottage? Yogurt. Food. Not good. Food. Swiss. Farm. Lactose. Pancake. Italian. American. How is feta so high up, but what? Feta. Cheddar? Way. Edam. Oh, I didn't think that would go through. Euro. Mouse. Rat. Curds. Oh, curd? What? Grease. Charcuterie? Is that how do you spell charcuterie? I have no idea. Parmesan. Fried. Fry. French. Yeah, we tried cheese. Wing. Can't do 2 words. Can't be cheese curd. Omelet. I don't hate that. Okay, not bad. Spanakopita. Cheesecloth. White. What? Burger. I think we tried that, didn't we? Yeah. Yellow. Goat? Did we do animal? Place. Thing. Roma. Mozzarella? That's not how you spell it. Is it mozzarella? How do you spell mozzarella? Wisconsin. Oh my god. Snack. Appetizer. Appetizer's not bad. Cracker. What? You can't use the word cracker? It's racist. It's racist, DJ Lunchbox. Wine. Blue. Circus. Marbled. Rodeo. Have you tried Carol fucking Baskin? Salad. Ooh, salad's not bad. I think we did pizza. Yeah, we already tried pizza. Beverage. Dip. Dinner. Lunch. So, wait, we did snack, right? Where was snack? Was snack the highest? Salad's up there. Feta chicken? Beef. Pork. Grater. Pasta. Queso. No Spanish, Fractal Ninja. Wings. I think we tried that, yeah. Salt. Pepper. Ooh, pepper's 10? Whoa. Whoa. I don't think stored. Pepper is 10. Give me some more seasonings. Spice. I can't think of any seasonings right now. We tried food. Bacon. Mayo. No. Salt. We tried salt. Cumin. Crouton. Caesar. Cayenne. Thank you. Maybe it's not oregano. Okay. Paprika. Parsley. Thyme. Mirror. Sauce. Jack. Condiment. Did I try parsley? Yeah. Sprinkle. What the hell? We're all over this. Pepper's 10. Shaker. Salsa. Oh, salt. Onion. Wow, okay. Onion 6. Garlic. Onion is 6. Jalapeno. Black. We did salt. We did jack. I think we did pasta. Rosemary. Garlic's 20. Pepper's 10. Onion is 6. Tomato. Tomatoes 4. What else would it be? It's not lettuce. Tomatoes 4. Come on. So it's shallot. Is it just straight up vegetable? No, but it is a vegetable, right? Basil? No. What else could it be? Tomato. So onion 6, tomatoes 4. apple? No. Calzone? No, it's gonna be like an onion or a tomato. I mean, just garden? No. What else is like a round vegetable? Isn't a tomato actually a fruit, though? Cherry? Weak? I'm not talking to you, Siri. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Red. We would have tried time. Jerry Nadler. If only. It's not going to be sausage. Spinach. Okay, why is spinach 14? Vinegar. Risotto. Basil, didn't we try that? Yeah. We tried salt. We'll go with spaghetti. Olive. Artichoke. Artichoke's 5. We're cucumber. We're so on it. Cucumber's 3. Is it pickle? No. Pickle's 80. How is cucumber 3 and pickle's 80? I feel like we're going to be really pissed when we get this. Patrick Hale, Greek salad. Yeah, I mean, it can't be 2 words. But I mean, basically it's a Greek salad, right? Zucchini. Zucchini's 2. What else what? It's not mushroom. What? Cucumber, zucchini. I mean, carrot? No. But we're right there. Like, what are we missing here? Squash. Is it squash? No. It won't be dip, but we can try. Yeah, we did try dip already. Eggplant? Eggplant it is. Darian. Darian for the win. Oh my god, that was fucking frustrating. That was frustrating because we were all over it. I don't think I've ever had 2, 3, 4, 5, but couldn't figure out 1. Good job, Darian. Like, we literally had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 14, 15, 19. Yeah, why all the cheeses? I don't know. The cheeses were kind of far down here, but... Eggplant. See, what did we miss here in the top 10? Okra, aubergine, cauliflower, potato. How did we never say potato? Asparagus, leek, beet, broccoli, radish, shallot, garlic, turnip, squash, sliced parsnip, celery, feta. Mick works now. I'm gonna eat cheese. Jay Davis, yeah, eggplant parm. Eggplant parmesan. Well, there's another contexto in the books. 122 guesses. Not terrible. Very frustrating, though, that we were so all over it and couldn't get it. All right, 1 round of U.S. GeoGuessr, and then it is bedtime. I have eggplant in my lunchbox all the time. Lunchbox should have been higher. BK play ethno-guesser? Is that a thing? Is that a thing we can play? All right, once again, as always, 16,646 is the score to beat. That is our high score. Sometimes we suck at this game. Ooh, IHOP. Planet Fitness. This is just like everywhere USA. We have Planet Fitness. We got a Home Depot. We have an IHOP. We have a Chick-fil-A. It's South Dakota. This could literally be anywhere. Fake it. I don't think the channel would survive ethno-guesser. It does look flat, Annabelle. That is true. Midwest somewhere. We got Iowa, Indiana, water tower. Where's the water tower? Didn't see it. Oh, over there. It doesn't give us much, but there is a water tower. Tool, Utah. A lot of trucks. You're going with a Dakota? What's going on up here? What's happening on this billboard? I mean, obviously I'm thinking Midwest, so are you guys. I don't know where to put it. It's probably Alaska again. Is there anything? Anything I'm missing? What is the tree in the ditch though? Which tree in the ditch? Over here? Omaha, Nebraska? That's a Texas Tahoe. I kind of feel like just hitting right here because it's going to be somewhere around here, right? So... Oh, other side? What do you mean? Oh, this tree? I don't know. I'm going with it. Let's see. Not terrible. I should have gone Kansas. It would have been closer. Where are we? Are we actually in Missouri? We're actually in Missouri? We're in Missouri, guys. Joplin, Missouri. Okay. Next. It could have been anywhere in here. All right. You've been to Joplin, PCB? Well, then this is your fault. You should have recognized that immediately. You've been there. Shit right here. Is that red clay? Homer, Illinois. Little Booster, I know that dude. Hey, that's my neighbor. This looks like Iowa. We got a couple Iowas here. I can believe Iowa. Blue plate. That's Pop Pop. Where do you see a blue plate? We got Kansas, Iowa. Feels Chicago suburbs. I can see that. Once again, like we're somewhere Midwest most likely. But could also be very wrong. Oh, this blue plate ish. I have no idea. We've knocked over trash cans. Could either be neighborhood hooligans, or it could have been them tornadoes. The Midwest tornadoes. Purple Pros, white van in garage. Yeah. Delaware has dark blue plates. But yeah, as someone else pointed out, yeah, Vapid says there's so many custom plates. Like, that could just be a custom plate. Because that plate looks white. That plate looks white. That plate, it's hard to tell on that one. Somewhere white flight. Arkansas. Like, it could be Arkansas. I feel like I have to hit somewhere central here again. Just for max. Okay. Alright. It's about as far as we got last time. Wait, we should have gone with Chicago suburbs. Dang it. Who said Chicago suburbs earlier? This is Belvedere, Illinois. Good point, FT. Do they bury power lines in Midwest for tornadoes? I don't see any poles. Yeah. Belvedere, Illinois. Should have done the Chicago suburbs. BK, it was you who said it. Feels Chicago suburbs, yeah. Should have listened to BK. Oak Street and South 5th Street. Guys, Google Oak Street. Where's Oak Street? It's kind of a weird roadwork sign, right? Aren't they usually yellow? What's up with this weird red-ass roadwork sign? Yeah, where are they doing roadwork, guys? Google roadwork and tell me where it's happening. Permanent sign. This is a southern city downtown. I see that. I could believe that. What's this bank? Yeah, is this a prison or a school? Does anyone know these women? Reds are normal in Texas, southern region. Really? Roadwork signs are red in Texas? Man of low moral fiber, that is Flagstaff, Arizona. Those chicks too skinny to be southern. FT, sorry, no one in Austin Zone knows any women. Yeah, I see no road work either. What does this sign say? Oh, library that way. guys. Tell me what to do here, because I just got nothing. Those trees, pines, oaks. The bank sign is not that helpful. Unless you recognize this logo. I don't recognize this bank. Fugget, Bentonville, Arkansas. Isn't Bentonville like super nice? It could be Fayetteville. This is kind of giving me Arkansas. I'm feeling Arkansas. Permit parking only. And this is also close to, I don't know. We're going Arkansas, and shit. Okay, no one said Minnesota. No one said Minnesota. We're in Brainerd, Minnesota. Brainerd, Minnesota. Let's see what this bank is. Wings Financial Credit Union. Vaping at GeoGuessr is being mean. It really is being mean to us lately. Lunchbox, better than 9 points. Yeah, hopefully we never beat the low score of 9 that we got. Was that last night or was that 2 nights ago? It was last night, wasn't it? Oh, permanently closed. Wings Credit Union is permanently closed. To be fair, I stay far away from Minnesota. I did see a Somali. Alright. Next. Great. Middle of nowhere flatland again. Rough Road. Rough Rider. Jackson. Is that a county name or is that the name of like someone? Is this Jackson, Tennessee? High-speed internet available here. No money down. Okay, so it's somewhere that just recently got high-speed internet. Louisiana, Mississippi, Mississippi. I mean, Mississippi tracks. I saw this bird once in Mississippi. Definitely looks more like a lake. The lake looks like Florida, a giant bird. I could be, and we could also be, yeah, pond. Old telegraph pole. I could be convinced of Florida. Let's see, does this tell us anything? No. South Central Florida. I'm just afraid that it could also be somewhere up here. So if we go Florida, we're far away from it. So are we doing Florida? Watch it be Louisiana. Yeah. Mississippi River. God, guys, I don't know. I really liked Mississippi as a guess here. I just did. I'm going Mississippi. It's gonna be Florida. Wow! Hey, not bad. It's Alabama, but not terrible. Not terrible. Marion, Alabama. BK says Alabama, maybe. Said it a little too late, but you were right. I mean, it's our best guess so far. DJ Lunchbox, I think it's Bama. Thanks. Thanks, buddy. Heyo. Alright, that was our best guess so far. I think we've already beat our score from last night, and we still have one more round to go. Also, there's no possibility that we can beat our high score, so it doesn't really matter on this one, but let's still try to do our best, eh? Please recycle. "13th Street." Cool, cool. Yeah, we've got a purple Rubicon. We've got a pink house. We've got a stone house. We have a red door. We've got a beat up car in the yard. This is south. I think we're in the south, but some of you are saying California. Chico, California. Oakland, California. We've got northern Texas. What town did Jack and Diane live in? Minnesota. Oh, we do have front plates. Tennessee doesn't have front plates. Louisiana doesn't have front plates. Does Arkansas have front plates vaping it? Thank you, Happy Balls Underwear. I appreciate the kind words. This could be a lot of shitholes. Could be parts of Texas. Does Texas have front plates? What is this? Oh, it's a house, okay. Southeast of Dallas or northwest of Houston? Let's play Name That Shithole. That's basically what we're doing tonight, Strowman. Alright. Alright, you guys want Houston. Northwest of Houston, you like right here? The stone building in the ghetto is fire though, I agree, Darian. Weird power pole. it. We're going for it. And wow. Oh, it's in Austin. Why didn't we think shithole Texas, Austin? Wow. Not a bad guess. This is Austin, Texas. Bigger shithole. Wow. Ah, the nicer side of Austin. Well. I've never been to Austin, Texas. And out of everything I hear about it, I don't really feel like I ever need to go to Austin, Texas. Austin zone. Alright, view our results. Honestly, for as I felt like we didn't do that great, but that's not a terrible score. It's not the worst score. We've certainly done worse. Alright, hungers. That's it for me tonight. We will see you tomorrow night, where we will hung again. Good night, everybody.